Arachaldeon, everybody. Welcome back to my daily Euskera practice. Today I am continuing what I was working on yesterday. So yesterday's video, I just got introduced to this concept that there's a different verb conjugation when you're talking about something that you do regularly or habitually that's different from like a regular present tense conjugation. So yesterday I was just getting familiar with like what that even is and what that looks like, and today I'm doing an exercise where I'm actually filling in the blanks in sentences and trying to actually use this conjugation practically myself. And I will tell you, I love filling in the blank exercises. They're just such a good way to like test these grammatical concepts and whether you've understood them in like an easy-ish way. I find that whenever I have to like construct my own sentences using new verb tenses, I get like real overwhelmed real quick. So I like that this is just fill in the blank, one word at a time. It's gonna be okay. So follow along with me. I am continuing with the material from my Basque class that is on break right now, but I'm doing a little summer homework on my own. So the instructions for this, it says, pasa esaldia, oh gosh, what is this word? Oituraskoa. And the English translation is, make these sentences express something habitual. Okay, let's go. The example they're giving is ni gaur joan nais, so I am going today. Yeah. And then they change it to a habitual thing. Ni egunero joaten nais. I go every day. So the difference, so I am going today versus I go every day. Okay, so I guess there's, different verbs for that in English too, that I never have to think about these things because I learned English a very long time ago. So let's go. First one that I have to figure out, the example of the present tense. Zuek gaur erosi duzue egunkaria. Okay, so what does that mean? You plural today are buying the newspaper, egunkaria, I think. So you guys are buying the newspaper today. But if we want to say, you guys buy the newspaper every day, zuek egunero blank duzue egunkaria. So the verb here is erosi, to buy, and now I have to figure out how to put an ending on that verb. So from my unit, what I'm learning is you put either ten or tsen at the end of the word, and which one you use depends on how the verb ends. So I'm going to refer back to the instructions or the lesson, I guess, in this unit explaining this. So it says tsen is added with in general, it says tsen is added at the end. But verbs ending in the letter N or fricative sounds that says an I, that has an I at the end of it, or if the verb ends in stu, ZTU, they have 10 added to the end. Okay, so 10 is our baseline, but I need to remember you use 10 instead when the verb ends in an N, if it ends in an I, or if it ends in a stu. Okay, so the verb we're looking at here is eroshi, that ends in an I, right? So I think in this case, based on this logic, it should end in 10, but I always wonder with these cases, I'm like, you can't just add it to the end of the word. It's not that easy, right? Do you have to drop the I then and to put the 10 there? And then if I scroll down in the unit, it has like a whole chart of example verbs that they're giving, which I really appreciate it. And eroshi is on this list, and it says, yes, my suspicions are correct. Eroshi becomes eroshten. So it's not eroshiten, it's eroshten. Now I'm saying that out loud because I have a feeling I'm probably going to make this mistake as I go along, but I'm going to try to remember that you got to drop the I at the end of the verb to add the ending, ten, erosten. Okay, so our sentence here will be Zuek egunero erosten duzue egunkaria. Okay, next one, Mikelek ez du hori egin. Okay, what does this mean? Mikel does not do that? How hori hura? Yeah, Mikel doesn't do that, I think. So I guess now we want to say Mikel doesn't normally do that. Mikel doesn't habitually do that. So the sentence is Mikelek inois es du hori blank. I don't know what the word inois means, and I'm curious. So I'm going to refer back to my Basque English dictionary. There's a link below if you want to check out what this is about. Let's see if inois is here. Boom, it says ever. Inois means ever. Like, have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? Okay, so if we're saying, okay, Mikel doesn't do that, if we're making it, Mikel doesn't ever do that. Like, habitually, Mikel doesn't ever do that. So I guess it's basically saying Mikel never does that. Okay. Is there just not a word in Basque to say never? Or is it just, do you know what I mean? Like, is this how you say never? Like, doesn't ever? Or is there, I'm curious. Focus, this is also a way of distraction. So what's the verb that we are trying to change here? We are trying to change the verb egin, to do. Okay, so egin already, I'm hearing it. It ends in an N. And you put ten at the end of a verb that ends in N. Just like with eroshi, right? So the chart in my unit also does have egin on the list, and so it's the same thing so far as we saw with the last one. Eroshi becomes erosten. Egin becomes egiten. So we're dropping that last letter from what I can tell. So Mikelek inois es du hori egiten. Okay, what else? Gu bihar joango gara. So we are going, no, joango is in the future. So we will go tomorrow. And now we want to say gu beti blank gara. So we will always go. Wait. No. I'm like, am I supposed to say we will always go habitually? But I don't think that's what we're doing here, because I don't think I've learned how to say that. Have I learned how to say that? No. I think this unit is just practicing saying habits you do in the present tense. I'm not even going to worry about how you say habits you do in the future, if that's a thing. Okay, focus. It's going to be okay. Don't overthink it. So the verb here is joan, which ends in an N. So would it be joaten? It is not on my example verb chart. So I'm going to take a guess on that one and say that's how you say that, because it ends in an N, right? And actually, if I look back at the example sentence, the first one that I read for you, ni egunero joaten nice, I already have an example. So we're going to say gu beti joaten gara. We always go. Okay, next one. Lagunek telebista ikushi dute. Okay, the friends watch television. Right? Lagunek gauero telebista blank dute. So the friends watch TV gauero. Egunero is every day. So ero to me means like always. Gawa is night or evening. Night. Yeah, so the friends watch TV every night. Okay, so the verb here is ikushi, which I'm gonna guess is like eroshi. We drop the I and we put a ten. So ikushten. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that before. Lagunek gauero telebista ikusten dute. Okay, next one. Ni mendira igoko nice. Oh, okay. Igoko. Okay, ko is telling me that that's a future verb. So ego. What is the verb ego? I don't know if I know this word. I mean, it's igoko nice, so because it has nice with it, that's telling me it's a movement verb. I'm guessing it means something like I will go to the mountain. Igoko. I don't know. Igoko. And we just did a unit on the future tense. I'm like, I don't remember seeing igoko. Okay, so Google Translate is telling me that igoko means to go up. Let me put igoko nice. I will climb. Okay, so I guess it's the verb for climbing, which I think we have seen before in class, but like, what? How do you say that? In its like root form, you know? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think the verb I've seen is eskalatu for climb. So what is this one? Okay, so I'm abandoning Google Translate. I'm gonna go back to your guys' suggested Elhuar Histegia. And I just typed in igoko because like I don't know what the root word is, and I'm just hoping that like they have a suggestion for like, did you mean this? And it's saying that ego is an option of a word that I could be looking up. So I'm going to click on that and hope it means what I'm looking for. Yeah, so it says in English, ego means to go up, to rise. Oh, so it didn't have to be that complicated. Apparently, the root verb there is literally ego. Okay, so if ego is the verb and it ends in an O, that does not meet our criteria for 10, I think, because 10 is verbs ending in N, I, or stu. And everything else, according to my lesson, goes with sen. So I don't think we can drop the last letter of a 3-letter verb on this one, so I'm going to take a wild guess and say we got to say igotsen. So I will say ni mendira igotsen nice. Not confident on that one, but figure if I explain my thought process out loud, like if there's any teachers out there, maybe you can point out to me where I went wrong. You know, that's always how we did it in math class in school. It was like all of our, what was it? Was it geometry? Algebra? Whatever it was, they'd always say like, show your work whenever you're taking a test, because like then they could see like how you came to the wrong answer. And then they could like show you like where you went wrong and help you with that. Whereas if you just put down like a number, like they didn't know how you found that and they can't help you. So I guess I'm applying the same principles to my language learning right now. Who knew that high school math class would actually serve a purpose one day? I never liked math. Okay, focus. We're halfway there. Musika ensun dusue lehen. Okay, music. Dusue is you guys. Listen. Lehen. Lehen is da. First or last? I don't know why I never remember. Lehen. First. What's last? Do I know? I don't know, but I should remember that lehen is first. Okay, so you guys listen to music first? Maybe? You guys are listening to music first? I don't know. But the sentence I need to complete is Musika blank dusue egunero. So you guys listen to music every day, is what I'm trying to say. So the verb here is ensun, which ends in an N. So that goes with 10. It's ensuten. It feels funny to say it, but I mean, I think by the logic of how I'm being taught this rule, I think it would be ensuten. Musika ensuten dusue egunero. Lagunak etzi etoriko dira. Ooh, etzi I know means the day after tomorrow, because I think that's really cute that there's literal words for these very specific days in Basque. So the friends or will come the day after tomorrow. Etzi. Okay, so we're saying lagunak igandero blank dira. So the friends, igandero, oh, igan. What is that? Igan. Is that? Why am I drawing a blank? Like, I know this word. Let me ask Elhuad. Oh, I never would have figured this out. Igandea is Sunday, so igandero means every Sunday. Okay, new concept to me. Cool. So the friends are coming every Sunday. They come every Sunday. So let's see. The verb is etori, and that ends in an I. So I would say we should use 10. And so far I've been dropping the I there, but like etorten sounds weird, and I feel like you can't have a double RT in Basque. So let me see if it's on my chart. It is not on my chart. Why wouldn't this be on my chart? I feel like this is a complicated case. Let me see, but there is one that maybe is similar. There's an irakuri, which is to read. That's on my chart for the tsen columns, and it says you change that to irakurtsen. So maybe there is an exception to when the verb ends in an I. Perhaps this is not considered a fricative sound when it's a double RI at the end of a word. Okay, whatever. I still don't know what fricatin means, but okay. So if irakuri becomes irakurtsen, my logic is telling me that etori would become etortsen, which still doesn't sound great to me, but it sounds better than etorten. Yeah, I'm learning Basque based on sound. What sounds right? Okay, so the sentence I came up with was lagunak igandero etortzen dira. Okay, two more. Zuk autoa hartu duzu. So, you guys, hartu. I've seen this verb a million times. What does it mean? Hartu. Let me ask. Hartu means to take, to grab, to seize, according to Elhuar, or to receive, to get. Okay, so you're getting a car, like you get a car. So the sentence is suk autoa blank tu su. So I guess, does that mean you habitually get a car? That doesn't feel right, because like who habitually gets a car? Like who gets a car all the time? Who takes a car? I don't know, but either way, hartu is the verb, and it's not end in an I or a fricative sound or a stu, so I'm gonna say we're gonna use tsen on this one. So is it hartsen? Because like hartutsen seems wrong. Oh good, it's on my verb chart, and yes, I was correct. It says hartsen. So suk autoa hartsen dusu. All right, finally made it to the end. Last one. Arantxa klasera berandu heldu da. Arantxa klasera, to the class. Berandu, oh, another word. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is right now. Heldu, I know that because my dad always teaches me that. Heldu means like arriving, I think, or coming. Arriving. I think it's supposed to be arriving, because he always goes heldu, which is an indication like I'm on my way, kind of. And I think that's like the French, you say j'arrive to say I'm coming. Like you don't say you're coming, you say you're arriving, you know? So I don't know. Let me double check with the dictionary here on the internet. Heldu means, literally translates to arrive, to come, to reach. Okay, so hey, I do know something. Okay, berandu, focus. Berandu is what I was looking at. Okay. El juar, let's go. Berandu means late. Ah, yes, that was in there somewhere. So, Arantxa is arriving late to class, but we want to say Arantxa is like always late to class. She is habitually late to class. So, Arantxa klasera berandu blank da. The verb is heldu, and what, we just had hartu, so I'm guessing similar. We're going to use sen, but like, I don't think we're going to say heldu sen. Do we drop the D? Does it become a held sen? Oh, I don't know. And of course, it's not on my verb chart here. Does anybody know of like a Basque conjugation website? Because I have the dictionaries. Those are good. That's helpful every once in a while. But man, sometimes it'd be nice to just have a cheat sheet, you know? Like, I know when I was in school doing French, like they had the Basque and they had online versions. We had a little book, but it's basically like it lists out the verb conjugations for like every single verb and every single verb tense, because there were so many verb tenses in French, and it would literally like tell you. It was a really good reference book, and I'm wondering, is there something like that for Basque on the internet for free? If you know of it, please let me know in the comments, because I could really use it right now. Hello. I'm like, I guess I could ask Google Translate, but like, I don't trust that. But you know what? For experiment's sake, for fun, for quality content, let's try it. I am always late to class. Let's put that in. No, it used Egon. That's not what we're looking for. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just take a wild guess and say Heldsen? That feels wrong. But so does Heldutsen. So I don't know. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Either way, I'm doing these exercises for fun. It's not like it's getting graded or anything. So I should not take myself and my work so seriously. Boom. For today, that's good. Good practice. It really got me thinking about the endings of the verbs and how that really depends how we're going to conjugate the verb, which is good to know. And I have a feeling I'm probably going to be working on this quite a bit more. So for today, we're good. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content about the Basque language, Basque country, Basque people, so many Basque things, please subscribe to the Hello Basque YouTube channel, and I have plenty of other videos you can check out after this one. But either way, thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Quiero arte!